All right, there we go. We're live. What's up, everybody? We are talking about the New York Toy Fair reveals. And I know everybody and their brothers talked about this, but our opinions are more important than theirs. So we are going to be talking about them tonight.
Yay.
So we're using.
Hey, wow, I just got the update for this. Watch live now.
Woo!
No.
We are we're using TFW to look at these images, and we are using the actual like images of the toys there because the official images are CAD models. So I'm wanting to look at the actual figures themselves. So that's what I was wanting to do. So yeah, I'm gonna get right into it. I'll lock it on me, and I'm gonna screen share.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to turn off my camera then.
Cool, go for it. All right, we're gonna start with the stuff I don't care about. This is the Rescue Bots display. It looks like there's new characters, different Bumblebees, a repainted Optimus Prime.
I was going to say that was a hot spot, but you might be right.
It kind of looks like Hotspot, but it definitely is a repainted dinosaur Optimus or whatever. This guy looks like a snow shovel, and this guy looks like a four-wheeler, and I kind of dig it.
Down with the snowplow. We'll call him Mr. Plow.
Dude, Mr. Snowplow, dude. There's another image of this. We're gonna rush through this stuff real fast. I don't have anything really to say about it. It
Please,
just looks
it's giving
like,
me a stomach ulcer.
yeah, it looks like they're revamping some old characters and adding new ones, and this is just a bunch of garbage. I really sincerely don't care about all these little things. So, to another thing I don't care about, robots in disguise.
Oh, yeah.
Yay, I'm so excited. So, robots in disguise, is that didn't they already make a win? Oh, these is the Combiner Force thing. So this is like, I guess,
Combiner Force.
now, I don't know a lot about Combiner Force, and feel free to mention in the comments what you think it is. Kyle, actually, if you could watch the comments can you watch the live comments?
Okay.
You're an admin on the channel, so you most definitely should be able to.
If I just loaded, it might work.
Okay. Anyway, I don't know what Combiner Force is all about. I don't know if it's like all kinds of combiners, two-way combiners, five-way combiners, whatever it is. Feels the need to jump on the combiner train after we just had 6 waves full of them, and they were arguably and undoubtedly better figures than these. So whatever. We get a new Windblade that'll combine, and she's got that mask that she had in the show once. There's a
Nice.
not Bisque. He's a blue one. Cyclonus is in Robots in Disguise now. There's Starscream. I don't know
Wait,
who that
Cyclonus is in Robots in Disguise?
Yes, he is.
I
don't know. I don't know who that blue guy is. There's Soundwave, which is at least a little bit interesting to me because I like Soundwave. Oh, that blue guy's Blur. Whatever.
Wait, so Blur's going to be in it?
Did they get John Muscata Jr. to voice him? If not, I don't care.
Even then, I still don't care.
Now, here's Galvatronus, who is...
looks like
they got the 5-way combiners going, yeah. So it's... I don't know, like, if it's the center guy and then they... It doesn't look like the arms and legs have individual robot modes, but I could be wrong.
So it's going to be like the Power Core combiner things.
That's what it appears. There's Menasor.
Oh, God.
So, yeah.
Remove this from my presence. Menasor is my favorite combiner. It hurts to see him like so.
Yeah, it looks like they tried to cap him and it didn't work. There's the 2-way combiners because Energon was too long ago, apparently.
Does that Soundwave with a face?
That is blue bisque. I don't know his name. I
Oh.
don't care to know his name. There's a new fat Grimlock. Oh boy. Wave. A little interesting.
Kind of looks
And a
like
bunch of
they went for an
one-step changes.
animated approach with the vehicle mode.
On to Triptychon. I don't own any big figures other than Unicron, so I know some people are like, oh my gosh, I've got to have this Triptychon so I can have it stand next to my Metroplex. But I don't own any big figures, so honestly, I don't really care about this thing. But to each their own, you know. They've got this big old display set up of all these figures. Optimus is just driving up Triptychon. He wouldn't be having that. You kidding me?
Yeah, though that would never be happening.
There's Sky Shadow right there, who looks pretty cool.
Is that a mix of old and new figures?
No. These are all Titans Return figures.
Okay.
It's a big old diorama set up. I'm just wanting to see images. I clicked away from it, so I'm gonna move down. So here he is. And I can't help but notice that he looks really limited and kind of cheap, but there's like a lot of surface detail to give it the illusion that stuff's going on. But the first thing I thought when I saw this was, this looks a little cheap. Like it looks like it doesn't do much.
This looks like the G1 Triptychon, but with more detail.
It does, and the track record with Metroplex and Fortress Maximus, I feel like both of them were really good updates. So I guess it just depends on what this guy is like when we actually get him. But he does look a lot like G1 Triptychon. And I'm not sure if that's a good thing or a bad thing at this point.
Oh, it's a bad thing. I would think with more modern toys, we would be getting more like posability, more motion, more just things it could be doing with. This looks like if you try to bend his arm a little to the side, you're going to break it. And what will probably be a $200 figure.
It looks very restricted. So, I mean, there's just up close to all the detail. And whoop-de-doo, like, if it's a statue, who cares? Like, you can put detail on it all day long. If it's not a fun Transformer, I don't care.
Exactly.
And another thing is, I don't get all hype about the big figures just because they're big. I like them to be worth it. And I feel like these big guys recently are just big. Woo. These are a lot of not necessary like detail photos. He turns into, that's the base. He turns into a spaceship too. He's got that little purple guy who's apparently from the show. Base mode. So he's got the dinosaur mode, the base mode, and a spaceship mode that I can't seem to find pictures of.
Looks like he was eating dudes up there.
He is. I'll go to that one last. This is the equivalent of what's his name with Fortress Maximus. But yeah, he's eating these little teeny tiny guys.
Oh, hey, look at that. He's got like a hole in his neck. I bet you can swallow him.
Yeah. He does have a kind of a little fake gullet. That's kind of neat. I like those little intricate details. But yeah, there's really not much here for me that I find. Oh my gosh, the dinosaur head is just hanging off the butt of the city mode. Okay. Sorry. I know a lot of people are hype over Triptychon, but I just can't get into it. If I was going to buy a Triptychon, I would buy the
Planet X one.
The Planet X one, but that would involve me being a millionaire, so.
Exactly, but now it's like, well, I was always like being a holdout, like saying, oh, I'll get the Planet X one if this one sucked, or get this one if this one didn't suck. I think it just made my decision for me already.
Yeah, the Planet X one is phenomenal. Okay, now on to Titans Return. This is, I cannot remember. He's one of the twins. My buddy actually the guy who I made the Lockbot channel with, he actually owns the G1. I think this is Pounce, and Wingspan is his twin that is a jet. He owned G1 Pounce and Wingspan, and this looks exactly like them. And it kind of, I think they're legends, so the simple transformation is kind of excusable here. But why are we not getting updated versions? Why are we getting slightly revamped G1 toys? You know, some of it feels kind of lazy.
I
don't know. It's interesting.
I
Whatever.
have nothing to say about this guy.
Turns into a little car. The only thing of note is that I know what the G1 toy looks like, and it looks a lot like that one. This is obviously a retool of Blur, a slight retool of Blur into the names. I know on the official images the names are there, but they haven't put the names on any of these, so I don't know. Whatever. This is a fembot.
Yeah.
Here we have the very obvious laser Optimus Prime redeco that we all knew was coming. I think they call it like high speed Optimus or whatever, but it's the G2 or Prime that, or
Yeah.
you know, it's the one we all knew was coming. They were going to make a repaint of it at some point. So there's that, and it still turns into a plane, but I haven't seen any pictures of the plane mode for this. I guess they're just kind of ignoring that it exists. Whatever. But he does have metallic like sticker detail, which is kind of trippy.
I do like how on the back of his truck it does say Prime to remind you that he is Optimus, just in case you forgot.
It says Optimus Prime. Like, by the way, we're not robots in disguise anymore. I'm just going to broadcast my true identity to the world.
Well, also just in case you forgot it was Optimus Prime.
That is true. That is true. But yeah, it looks super 90s, so I kind of dig that. But I'm not going to buy this. This guy, the repaint of Scattershot. Not Scattershot. Oh my gosh. Six Shot. The repaint of Six Shot. I don't know who that is.
Lyle Kaiser?
But
no.
No. It's not Lyle Kaiser. Let me make a quick.
I'm surprised you even mentioned the name Scattershot.
I feel dirty after saying that. Let me find that guy's official name.
I feel like you need mouthwash now, for having said that.
But then I've been a little bit occupied the last little bit, so I kind of.
We looked at it before, and then you realized you had to go live life again.
Yeah, and then I forgot all the things that I didn't care about.
Yep.
Official images. Nautica, that purple thing was Nautica. Quick Switch.
What the hell's a Nautica?
Nautica is the I've got the images pulled up here. Yeah, Fastlane is the race car guy. So here's what we'll do. I'll put this over here. Cloud Raker and Fastlane, I guess, was their names. I don't even remember.
I mean, who cares anyways? It's tight to turn, dude.
There we go, dude. That way I'll have their names ready to go. Cool. Okay, so this is Quick Switch. He looks different in the pictures.
Does not look like
he looks like he's supposed to be green, but it is most definitely blue in these pictures. So are they doing a guy that's Are they doing two repaints of Six Shot mileage out of that mold? I don't think so. Yeah, it's Quick Switch, so whatever. I guess I don't know. I don't know if he's gonna be that blue or that green in the official pictures. I'm not sure. That's him. That's Quick Switch. All right. Tidal Wave repaint of Broadside. What do you think?
I'm thinking they're making it a poor Galvatron.
Yeah, it doesn't really say Tidal Wave to me. And I know people like Tidal Wave, and And it's going to be awesome. Honestly, it doesn't look like tidal wave to me. I understand where the reference is coming from because he's a aircraft carrier, but the proportions and even the face doesn't really do it for me.
Is it even a leader class figure?
It is. No, wait. It's I believe it's a Voyager. Yeah, because broadside's a Voyager, so it's definitely a Voyager.
Jeez, they couldn't even do that right.
I mean, it seems like a lazy attempt anyway. Honestly, I'm not super pumped about it. There he is in aircraft carrier mode. So whatever works.
Like tidal wave.
Yep, that's the only mode he looks like tidal wave in. Notice they haven't even done the jet. Like they haven't shown the jet anywhere. So they're like, oh yeah, we'll just forget it's a triple changer.
Well, maybe it's not even a triple changer. This
no, it should be. I mean,
it should be, but is it though? Is the real question.
I think it is.
It may just be one transformation. It's like, hey, well, guess what? Sucks to suck, but you're gonna buy it anyways because you're all.
There's Cloud Raker. But yeah, I mean, sorry, didn't mean to cut you off. I was like distracted. Yeah, it should have a jet mode, but it might not. I mean, I don't see why they'd take it out.
Because it's too much work.
But whatever. Anyway, quick, Cloud Raker here is a beast, which I don't remember that happening. I don't care. He looks just like the other guy, which they are similar engineering, so whatever. I don't know if we get better pictures of Metal Hawk. This blue and gold guy over here is Metal Hawk, and that definitely looks like a Voyager.
So he kind of looks interesting.
Yeah, he looks cool.
But interesting.
I don't know. That looks like an original mold. So I'm not sure. Not sure if that's been in existence before. Sorry, I'm getting a lot of text messages right now. Somebody's gonna swing by and drop something off. They're on their way. They're like, "Hey, I'm outside." Like, so if my doorbell rings, don't freak out.
I'll freak out.
Yeah, there he is. Be like, "Oh!" That's shoot! I keep forgetting his name. Metal Hawk. Yeah, he looks interesting. I'll admit, I like the funky jets.
Mm-hmm.
So that's Metal Hawk. We get a new Optimus Prime. I guess they're getting a lot of mileage out of that mold. They call this Magnus Prime, and I don't understand. I don't get it. Deal is like just because he was based on the Ultra Magnus mold, or is it? It looks like Power Master Prime, but I know we already got that. I'm confused, honestly. And I think his feet look really stupid. I see his feet. That's not a mistransformation. The official product images have his feet like that. I think his feet look really dumb.
It doesn't even look like he has feet. It's just stumps.
Exactly. I mean, that's the way it's supposed to go, apparently. I don't understand this reference. Somebody explain it to me.
He's like the Groot of Transformers right there.
I am Groot. See, there's his feet. That's how it's supposed to be.
Mm-hmm.
I don't get it. I don't understand. Somebody explain it. They're doing a Windblade in Titan's Return, and I think she's a headmaster. So in case you wanted a third Windblade,
yeah, no, I'm good.
There's Twin Twist and Top Spin side by side. So I know people are going to be really excited that they're getting both of them. I mean, that it makes sense. If you're going to do one, you've kind of got to do the other. So for the people who like Top Spin and Twin Twist, there you go.
Is that a deluxe?
And they look. I think yes, they might. I think they're deluxes. Yeah, because there's Perceptor in the background. Yeah, So those are deluxes.
Hang on, whoa. Perceptor?
Yeah, Perceptor. They're making a Titans Return Perceptor.
Hmm.
Do you not know about that? That's like old news, fam.
I don't follow the news, fam.
Anyway, they're making a Perceptor, and it looks okay. But yeah, top spin and twin twist. I like the knees, how the vents on their legs like flare out to become the knees. I think that looks kind of cool. So yeah, there's Cup with his gray head.
I don't like it.
Yeah, I'm a little divided on it too. There's another picture of Cup. And Blitzwing from the Megatron tank jet mold that, once again, everybody knew was coming. It looks okay. Obvious jet parts on the back here. And the jet looks decent. That looks like Blitzwing. But I feel like they should have done a little bit better job hiding the jet parts in the tank mode. But then robot mode looks decent. I'm actually a little surprised looking at the Megatron. I was like, that Blitzwing is going to look like crap. Like, it's too barrel chested. It's not going to look good. I'm actually honestly surprised that it came out like this, and it looks pretty good. So that I kind of like the Blitzwing. I think it looks decent. I wouldn't buy this over the Generations one.
Yeah,
I would just get the Generations one because I like that one. But this is nice for those who want it. There's Six Shot. Okay.
who is that?
Overlord is a comic book character, and he's really big in IDW. He's a duocon, which means he has two vehicle forms that combine into one robot mode, and he's like worse than Megatron. So, what I thought about this is I really liked Sky Shadow, and I was like, oh, I want to see what Overlord looks like. Black jet mode, and apparently his headmaster rides in the jet, and he's got this, so it's the black jet and the blue tank that combine into this guy. And I'm honestly not sure how to feel about it. Like, I like it because I like the idea of Overlord, but something about it isn't tickling my fancy the way Sky Shadow did. And I just don't know what it is. Kyle, you have no attachment to the Overlord character, so maybe you could speak to that a little bit. What are your thoughts on this? That's the whole picture. So both the vehicle modes and then the robot mode. What do you think?
It looks blocky. It just I don't know. The tank and the jet looks small compared to him, and compared to some of the other vehicle modes. I don't know. I'm not feeling it.
Yeah, I'm not sure how to feel about it either, to be honest with you. I feel like I want to like it, but maybe I need to just see it in person. I really like the way Sky Shadow looks, and you can see a picture of him later on, and I'm anxious to get your opinion on him because he's a little bit different. But I don't know. It's interesting.
Taking a look at the live chat, Grant Munier. I hope I'm probably butchering the pronunciation, so I apologize. But Grant Munier, Ruby Tarn Prime, he left two comments saying, first, that I felt that this ToyFair felt very underwhelming.
I agree.
This is my first time seeing it, any of this, and I agree. I'm completely disappointed thus far. Secondly, he also said is that he thinks the reason they didn't get we're not getting new molds is because of the Last Night movie coming out.
Yeah, I agree. I think that and we'll speak to that later. We haven't talked about the movie stuff yet. Stay tuned. I want to touch on that when we get to the movie stuff. But I agree with you for the most part. But then some things have changed. But yeah, I wanted to like Overlord, and something about his face just is underwhelming. Like in the comics, he's got such a dick facial expression, and here he's just like, you know, he doesn't have anything. I'm not really impressed by his face. So maybe
he's just sitting there going,
yeah, maybe some third party will make a more comic accurate face that's a little bit more, you know,
Isn't
a little bit
Tarn
better.
the one that has like the Decepticon logo face?
Yeah, that's Tarn. Overlord is
I want them to
a
make
different.
him.
I doubt it.
I don't
But
know.
yeah, I'm a little divided on how to feel about Overlord, and they didn't even get the gun right. It doesn't even have like the little flared out part on it that it should have, and that kind of pisses me off. I do know that
look at that tank mode. It's so small.
Yeah, it is pretty small, but it's half of the lead. It's half of a liter, so it's probably like a Voyager sized tank. But the jet mode and the tank can combine to make a bigger jet if you want to do that. There's Sky Shadow, and I like him visually better than I like Overlord. Like Overlord's character and the idea of him as a character more than I do Sky Shadow. So I'm kind of divided.
I like this.
You like the Sky Shadow one better?
Yeah, I think I like Sky Shadow actually.
You're right. Overlord is really blocky, and I feel like Sky Shadow does some stuff with some angles, and even his shoulders are kind of bell shaped. So I feel like it breaks up the blockiness. But I just like his colors too.
I mean, you've even got everything on Overlord was rectangular or squared. This isn't a box. This is different. If I wanted to buy a bunch of boxes, I just buy a bunch of boxes. I didn't want small plastic or series of them. Shit.
Sorry about that. A friend of mine came over the last Sunday night and used all my paper. They had an emergency, and they're like, I need to use your printer. And so I let them use all my paper, and so he was coming to repay me with a ream of paper.
Oh, I see. For a second, I thought the internet connection cut out. I was getting ready to back out and try to rejoin in.
Sorry, I told you. I guess you didn't hear me. I was like, give me a second. Anyway. Yeah, I agree with you. I think Sky Shadow looks better proportionally.
So did you hear my rant about Overlord just being a bunch of boxes?
Yeah, I heard that. And you don't want to buy a bunch of boxes.
Good.
So I'm in a dilemma. And I guess I'll need to see like a video with them side by side before I truly decide.
Is Sky Shadow a Voyager?
They're leader class figures, so I can't have both. Be buying the one, but I feel like number one, I really want Six Shot, and he's a leader class, but I think I would rather have two, and I'm not sure which one I want. So we'll see. There's Octane, which just like Blitzwing, looks really good. He actually looks better than I expected, except for the Optimus Prime pylons that pop up on either side of his head. They didn't change. It. So there's Blitzwing, Astrotrain, and Octane all standing together, and they look okay. I'm not going to buy any of these, but I mean, the effort's there. And the thing for me is I don't really feel like I want a Headmaster triple changer because I feel like it's just too much going on.
Yeah. Is Sky Shadow and Overlord, are they Headmasters?
But some of the more recent leaders, you haven't had to remove the Headmaster. Like Six Shot, you don't have to remove it. Like you can transform him with the head in place, and so you can just kind of forget that it's a Headmaster.
Okay.
But yeah, there's Octane, and he's interesting. Here's some legends. We're getting a Sea Spray, which is freaking hilarious. I kind of want the Sea Spray and the Gnaw because I think those are both really. But yes, a new Sea Spray, which is pretty great.
I mean, it's just this is you getting back into Legends class figures.
No, it's not. It better not be. I guess that's Ramhorn. And there's Quick Switch again. Rodimus is they're doing die cast heads now. Some of these heads are die cast, and I don't really understand why.
Was that so that way they don't transform?
No, they transform, but they're die cast heads. So I guess that's a way for them to make more money, or that's a way for them to sell the headmasters on their own without without including a Legends or whatever it is they include these days. But yeah, I know for a fact that the Rodimus one is die cast. Well, whatever. I thought it said that, but I don't know. Who's that? Ramhorn. Yeah, okay. So this Thunderwing is getting a headmaster head. So is Ramhorn, which he was a cassette, so why? And Rodimus. They're re-releasing that Cosmos figure that everybody liked.
Why?
I don't know, but I mean the when it came out the first time, it was really really hard to find. And then they did Scrounge for the American Computron set, and so I think they're just like, well, heck, let's do Cosmos again.
Yeah.
But this is the first time in a long time that a figure has been re-released in a main line. Like, I mean, I know they did it in Robots in Disguise with the G1 people, but this is the first time in a long time, in my recollection, that they have re-released something.
Yeah.
Interesting. But that is the Cosmos legend from forever ago that everybody was like, oh my gosh! So great. Okay, so we've cycled back around. So that's Titan's Return. For the most part, Titan's Return is okay. I appreciate the effort, but I just am not that attached. I'll show you guys. Here's the official image for Overlord. Ples work. I don't know why it's grayed out. What the deuce? Anyway, it's right there.
I think it's time to get on to the main event.
Yeah. Let's do it. This is movie masterpiece Bumblebee. And this is the first movie figure I want to talk about. I think this thing is really, really pretty. It is the first movie design, the first gen Marrow design, so it's not the Revenge of the Fallen one. I think this looks darn good. The legs look great. The chest is still a little bit of a cluster, but it's not awful. I feel like this is going to feel a lot like the what am I trying to say? It's going to feel a lot like the Human Alliance one, but I think it's going to be better. It looks super posable. It looks super good, and I'm a big fan. It's just a lot of pictures from the same angle. I'm a big fan. The detailing looks great. Like I said, the feet look on par. I want to know where most of the vehicle mode it ends up on his back, but most of the vehicle mode looks like it's utilized, and he's got articulated hands, which is a big deal, and the blaster is movie accurate and removable, so you don't have to have an intrusive cannon transformation gimmick. He looks really good. I'm a fan of the movie masterpiece Bumblebee, and can we get a movie masterpiece Barricade, please?
Don't worry, it'll still look like a Dodge Dart.
No, I mean like an actual huge first movie Barricade. But if you want to do a 2015 Mustang Barricade, that's fine too.
It'll still look like a Nissan or a Dodge Dart. They will never get a Mustang right.
That makes
Get
me
this
sad.
away from me now.
Hey, it squeaks. It's just a statue. Don't worry, it can't hurt you. This is the last night. These are the last night toys. I think this is the leader. The leader class Optimus Prime, and it is a slightly upgraded version of the first movie Voyager.
Really, it looks
leader.
exactly like the thing I got on my shelf right now.
Yeah, it's a slightly upgraded version of the first movie leader. So for those of you that were hoping we would get a second dose of the Revenge of the Fallen Optimus Prime, you were sorely mistaken, because they just recycled the first movie and they modified it just a teeny weeny bit. So sorry. There's Grimlock, Voyager Grimlock, who is recycled and repainted to actually be movie accurate this time, but who cares? Because if you've got that toy already, you won't want this one. There's the deluxe Snarl. Whatever. Yeah, they're all movie accurate now. They're re-releasing the Dinobots with movie accurate color schemes, rather than the purple and the blue and the yellow and whatever they were before. There's that guy who wasn't in the movie,
True,
but
now they're being released in just well after they're not even the big thing in the movie anymore.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, I mean, I don't. It's just a cash grab. And I haven't forgotten about that comment. I am going to touch on that. A lot of these figures are the same. They're just repaints, and that's really disappointing. That majority of the last night figures really makes me sad. Like, come on, guys, for real. You couldn't put anything. I just don't understand why they're recycling so much. For Revenge of the Fallen and Dark of the Moon, we had some reuse, but little to almost none. They kept doing new figures, and it just feels like the movies and the toys for the movies are getting lazier and lazier, and it's becoming so blatantly apparent, and I feel like it's all going to implode. And I mean, I just think the movies are on their last legs, because it just looks and feels phoned in. There's Strafe. Congratulations. There's the crappy Bumblebee that everybody's hating on. That's the old movie design that they painted to kind of look like, that's the Voyager Optimus. So we are getting a Voyager Optimus Prime. Then you've got Crosshairs, which is the same. That's the new Bumblebee. We'll talk about that in a little bit. The new Drift, which is a retool of and the boxes are super wasteful, I feel like. Like they're putting deluxes in these boxes like this, and I feel like it's really wasteful.
And it looks like they're just putting the deluxes in the old Voyager boxes.
It really does. You're right. I'm trying to rush through because I feel like we're taking our time, and I don't want to linger. So there's Voyager Prime. He looks okay. There's the new Bumblebee. There's the same Crosshairs, just repainted, and he looks uglier, by the way.
I like him better the first one.
Oh yeah. There's the new Drift, because they couldn't get a Bugatti again. Good job, guys. Look, I mean, you have Drift. You know what? I own Drift for a while. Look how blatantly it's just the same. It's not any
just
different.
replace the logo on it.
Yeah, it's not any different. I mean, there's a little bit of a difference, but not much. And I don't like the red and black. I think it looks stupid.
The blue and black was better.
The blue and black look good. He was supposed to be orange. There's Squeaks, who is so small that he has to come with more stuff. And the Berserker back there.
Who is just a Dark of the Moon repaint.
Well, he's a new toy.
Oh, he is?
Is. The Berserker's new.
Oh, he looked exactly like the Dark of the Moon guy.
Yeah, he looks like him. He looks like Crankcase, but he's not. He's new.
Oh, it's the other one.
Yeah. There's that Bumblebee again. I hate that thing. It's so stupid. And then a bunch of pictures of the Dinobots. No one cares about the Dinobots. There's the leader Optimus.
These
Okay, here's the good stuff. Here's the newer things. They put the newer things on a table. Look, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 new toys, counting the Masterpiece Bumblebee for the new movie. 6. Everything else is
the other one's the
recycled.
repaint. Oh yeah.
Or, well, 7 if you want to count the Voyager Prime, but I bet that's a scaled down version of the leader. Anyway, here's Leader Class Megatron, who is again a Cybertronian jet.
This pleases me.
He's pretty interesting. I'm not gonna lie, I like him.
Mm-hmm.
I can't wait to hear the shoehorned excuse of why he's Megatron again. There's the new Hound.
What?
Yep. He's a truck now. That's the robot mode.
I do like. Oh no.
I mean, it's okay.
Never mind. I like the old one better.
Yeah. The knockoff, that knockoff with the fake gut, like that one's better than this. That knockoff one is awesome. They made a Voyager class Scorn. And it's red. Notable difference here. It is still red like the Deluxe, while the other ones have had their colors changed. So they were lazy or what? But he's still red.
Well, he looks nicer since it's bigger.
Yeah, he looks kind of interesting, but I mean, he's all right. I mean, whatever. He's got a shovel face. Look at that. Shovel face. This is Dragotron, who I believe was who we saw in the trailer flying around.
Mm-hmm.
Another beast former. That's his robot mode. He looks like a knight. Surprise!
I just care about what it
surprise,
looks
the
like
last
that's
knight.
on the other side of him.
And on the other side of him, yeah, you're right. I want to get to that. That's the leader Megatron. Again. And they're getting up close. He's got the cool mace. And he's got like a flamethrower. I want to see them. This is still the leader. Nice. I want to see the face mask close because I think that's pretty cool. A lot of paint detailing. Awesome. But I bet it won't.
Face mask closes, but
it does. It does. On the leader, I know it does, but I don't know about the Voyager. This is the Voyager. Megatron.
Voyager's still okay too.
Yeah, he looks pretty good. His face looks like Jason Voorhees and Freddy Krueger face swapped. I couldn't get the word out there. It's kind of sketchy, but whatever. Yeah, I don't like the yellow mouth. The yellow mouth makes it look like he's been like, you know, when you were in elementary school and you get the orange slices at lunch and you'd put them in your mouth and you're like, you'd smile and you're like, oh, look, I have orange. It looks like he's doing. So, I mean, it's still pretty interesting. You can see his brain, which is kind of weird. I don't understand that. But it doesn't look anything like the movie model that we've seen. And I don't know. I just feel like Megatron's face is really hard to get
right
in toy form. I don't know why, but it just seems like it.
I don't know. The leader class looks like it's getting it.
Yeah, the leader's pretty close, I think. But that's the back of the leader.
Leader class one.
Yeah.
Mostly just because there was just one figure I ever wanted, and that was Megatron.
Yeah, no barricade here. So let's just there's what is that?
It looks like a repaint of the Predacons movie.
It kind of does. But there's the RC squeaks that no one cares about. Yeah, it's like a Predacon type deal. I forget who he is, but I really don't care.
It looks like they just retooled the Predaking figure.
That one's Dragonstorm, and I think the other guy Dragotron, whatever. The other dragon.
Dragotron.
But this is Dragonstorm, so I don't know. I don't know what the deal is. So he might be a villain. He'll probably be in it for 5 minutes. Then there's all the kitty toys. And that about does it.
Cool.
So there's masks.
Let's check the live chat again and see if there's been any updates.
So that should do it. That's it. We rushed through it. I didn't want to spend too much time on all that.
Okay, we got a lot more updates
Oh boy!
from the same person though.
Oh, okay, sweet.
He said, "I was really not happy that the Dinobots did not get new figures." We obviously agree. The
but
Voyager and Leader
what more
Megatron
could they
look
have
cool.
done?
But I can agree with the Leader one.
Yeah, the Leader one looks good. To touch on the Dinobots thing, I don't know what else they could have done to make those figures any different. I mean, we got the Voyager side, unless they just made them bigger and re-engineered them. But I feel like Hasbro at this point is just phoning it in, like I said. And most of the figures from this new toy line, and I use the term new very loosely because we've seen almost all of these figures before. Only 6 or 7 of these toys are new for Age of Extinction or Extinction. No, for the last night from Age of Extinction. I keep calling it Age of Extinction because the toys are the same.
They are the same. Okay. Also, we got I hope that Dragonstorm gets either a Leader or a Voyager. Also, I kind of like the name Dragonstorm. Yeah. Also, you guys are awesome. Thank you.
Thanks, appreciate it. Yeah, I don't know. And I agree with what you said about the movie. The whole event did seem underwhelming. There were some cool reveals, but I don't feel like anything was revealed that hasn't already been speculated enough to the point where it was all just pretty much accepted. Nothing caught me by surprise. It was like, oh my gosh, like look at that. Like it all was stuff. I was like, oh yeah, they were talking about doing a Blitzwing and they're talking about an Octane. I don't feel like these events are surprising anymore. You know, they just kind of, here it is. And maybe it's not, I'm just not invested in these lines.
Well, it's because we know we're going to get repaints.
The one thing I was
looking
forward to.
Repaints.
The one thing, yeah. And the one thing I was looking forward to was Overlord, to be honest with you. I was really I don't know how I feel about it. And it may just take me seeing it in person to be like, okay, let's do it. I was looking forward to seeing Overlord, and I don't know.
I wanted to see the Last Night Megatron.
What
I'm
are your
actually
thoughts?
impressed by that.
You're impressed? Okay, cool.
With the Leader one, not the Voyager. The Voyager one is kind of a letdown because that was the one I was hoping would be good.
You were hoping the Voyager would be good, so you wouldn't have to spend as much money?
Yes.
Well, I could have told you that they would have done the Leader one better. Oh, well.
Well, I mean,
so that's the one you want anyway because it's huge. So,
yeah.
But yeah, that's my thoughts. I agree with you that it was underwhelming.
Mm-hmm.
There was a lot of stuff. Most of it was garbage. Some of it is decent, like the movie Masterpiece Bumblebee looks interesting. I don't know if I'll get it, but it looks good.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's my final thoughts. I agree. Underwhelming. I'm very disappointed that the movie figures are for the most part recycled and okay. I'm still not interested. There are a couple figures that pique my interest, but for the most part, I agree. It's just kind of meh.
I'm complete agreement.
Sweet.
There's just you pretty much covered it all. There's nothing more to say.
Yeah. So. All right. Well, I wanted to make this quick. I don't want to make this live stream last forever, so I'll go ahead and sign us out. Thank you guys for watching. For those of you that did watch, yeah. So that's ToyFair. That's, that's what I think about it. So appreciate it. Kyle, do you want to plug your Chanel before we go?
Here's how I'll plug my channel. Deuces.
All right. We'll see y'all later. Thanks.